One of my most frequently asked questions as a dietitian is, what's the difference between a dietitian and nutritionist? And then what do we call you? So I'm here to break it down for you. I am a registered dietitian, nutritionist, and licensed dietitian. It's kind of like a long-winded way to say my credentials. So as a dietitian, you're required to get a bachelor's degree. Actually, now a master's degree is required in order to sit for your RD exam. So post-degree or post-grad, you're required to complete a supervised internship that's at least 1,000 hours and sometimes more. It's kind of like a residency. And then you sit for your dietetic exam, the CDR exam. And then each year you have to complete CEUs, so continuing education. So by the time all that formal education is said and done, is like 6 to 8 years for most RDs. So it's quite a lot. And your focus is always dietetics. When you're in your internship as well, you're doing clinicals, you're an inpatient, you're an outpatient, you're seeing all different areas of the field. So it is very, very thorough and just a very formal route. It's a legally recognized and regulated credential. So we're also held to like kind of a higher standard, and we're audited and so on. So the nutritionist can vary so widely. So there's so many like nutrition coaching programs out there, certifications you can get online, or there's nothing. The main difference here is that there's no governing body that regulates the title nutritionist. So pretty much anybody can be a nutritionist. Even if you just have a high school diploma and go take a nutrition course online, you can do that. I'm not saying that all nutritionists don't have a nutrition background or some kind of medical expertise, because I have met like registered nurses that have gone and gotten a nutrition certification and have amazing credentials. And, there's lots of different routes to kind of get there, but just kind of shows you that you're not necessarily required to study dietetics. So it is different. Generally, nutritionists can only provide general nutrition advice for like healthy eating, wellness, and they can't provide medical nutrition therapy, whereas a dietitian can. So dietitians are oftentimes like in inpatient roles, doing tube feeding and all kind of just higher level of acuity in a lot of cases, depending on the area of dietetics. And so nutritionists aren't really qualified for those types of roles. Just kind of like if I had a person with diabetes come to me and ask me about their insulin and ask me about carb counting, nutritionists technically are not supposed to help with that. So that's kind of the differences there. I'm not saying that dietitian's better, nutritionist is worse. Obviously, I think that my education was amazing. And if you're interested in this career path, being a registered dietitian is the way to go. It is unfortunate that RDs just, I feel like, get a lot of heat, and like people joke about RDs being a part of big food or big pharma, and that's just not the case at all. So there's so many different roads to kind of get to where you need to go. I am partial to the registered dietitian route because obviously I am one, and I don't think, even though I'm working in my own private practice and seeing my own clients now, I don't think that I would be the same dietitian that I am today, or I don't think I'd be as good of kind of a nutrition coach if I hadn't had those experiences in clinical settings and seen it all. So really thankful for that background. But I hope this video helps.